Wait, what if I told you that some predictions written thousands of years ago actually came true? Not vague guesses, not lucky coincidences, but detailed prophecies written long before the events ever happened. Sounds unbelievable, right? But listen, that's exactly what many people say about the prophecies found in the Bible. And once you start looking at them closely, it's hard to ignore what you find. You see, prophecy is one of the most fascinating parts of the Bible. It's not just spiritual advice or moral stories. It's also filled with predictions about real events, real nations, and real people. And here's the part that really makes people pause. Some of those predictions were written hundreds, even thousands of years before they happened. Think about it. Long before the birth of Jesus Christ, ancient prophets were already describing details about his life. One prophecy said the Messiah would be born in a small town called Bethlehem. Now wait a second. Bethlehem wasn't a powerful city. It wasn't famous. It was tiny, quiet, and mostly forgotten. Yet centuries before the birth of Jesus, the prophet Micah wrote that the ruler of Israel would come from that exact place. And then, years later, that's exactly where Jesus was born. Coincidence? Maybe. But that's just the beginning. Another prophecy described how the Messiah would suffer, rejected by people, mocked, and pierced. Listen, those words were written hundreds of years before Roman crucifixion even existed. Think about that for a moment. Yet when Jesus was crucified, the details matched what those ancient writings described. You see, the Bible didn't just make general predictions. Some prophecies were incredibly specific. For example, the prophet Isaiah described a suffering servant who would be wounded for the sins of others, rejected, beaten, killed, and yet somehow bringing healing and hope to many. When people read that passage today, many are shocked at how closely it mirrors the life and sacrifice of Jesus. But fulfilled prophecy doesn't stop there. The Bible also predicted the rise and fall of powerful kingdoms. Ancient empires like Babylon, Persia, and Greece were described long before they dominated history. Imagine living hundreds of years before those empires existed and writing about their future power. That's exactly what some prophets claim to do. Now listen, not everyone agrees on how to interpret these prophecies. Some people believe they're clear evidence of divine inspiration. Others think they're symbolic or open to interpretation. But here's the thing. Even historians admit something remarkable. Many of these texts were written long before the events they appear to describe. And that alone raises a powerful question. How could ancient writers know so much about the future? Think about it. Were they simply brilliant observers of human nature? Were their words interpreted after the fact? Or was something deeper happening? For millions of believers around the world, fulfilled prophecy is one of the reasons they trust the message of the Bible. Because to them, it feels like history unfolding exactly as it was written, like a story that was planned long before it began. And when they read those ancient words today, they don't just see old predictions. They see a reminder that time, history, and human life might all be part of a much bigger story. A story where the past whispers clues about the future. So here's something worth thinking about tonight. If even a few of those ancient prophecies truly came true, what else in those pages might still be waiting to unfold? Think about it, because sometimes the most ancient words carry the most powerful mysteries.